Okay, so here we are. So basically, I'm just gonna give you the rundown really quick. Oh my god, okay. So basically, I am headed to the train station in my neighborhood because I am going to be going to the Regal Union Square movie theater. Sorry, I had an itch. Basically, there's an event there tonight, and it's for the new movie called Saturday Night, and it's the movie about the first ever SNL broadcast. And Saturday Night Live has recently sort of really worked its way into my life. So obviously, when I got word of this via my Regal app, I was like, hey, like, what if I went to go check that out? So the reason that I'm going to the okay, so let's ignore that voice crack. The reason that I'm going to the Union Square Theater is because the cast is going to be there tonight at this showtime. So I was like, that sounds like such a cool experience. And I could just buy a ticket for that very easily. And I was like, why can't I just go and check that out? Why not do a fun little outing like that for myself? So basically, I'm genuinely, for the most part, like, pretty excited. But like, I'm not super great with subway traveling. I'm not really all that familiar with subway traveling. And I believe I have to do that today for this commute. But I thought that this would be like a good way to learn. I'm like really nervous. I hope that they don't like take me in some like weird parts of the like, I don't know. Basically, I just hope that like my GPS is like kind to me and doesn't take me anywhere too dangerous. Yeah, and I thought I would bring a little vlog to join me for the ride. Okay, so update. I'm gonna be so fucking for real, you guys. I'm literally so nervous right now. I don't know why. I'm just like kind of terrified. I've just been thinking, I'm like, oh my god. I don't know, I just hope I travel to the right places. I just hope I know where I'm going. I hope that my destination is like correct. And I just get to the right place safely. And then it's gonna be interesting figuring out the way home. Ooh, I think my train is about to arrive. But like, I have to figure out when I'm gonna go home. I have to figure out what train I'm gonna catch when I go home. So it's gonna be interesting, but you know what? We're just living that life. You already know. And y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean by we're just living that life. Come on, Bon Dutch. Okay, so I just had a saved like trip in Google Maps where I would take certain subways and get to certain places, and then basically I just reopened that same trip and the arrival time like changed completely. Originally it was like 7:20 and then it changed to 8:21. So basically the movie starts at 8:20. So I don't know what I'm doing. I still got on my train. It's like 5:50 something right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go from Penn Station, and I think I'm deadass just gonna walk there. I don't know, it's probably really far, but like, fuck it. If we get there early enough, we'll see how long the walk is once we get there. So that's my update. Fucking Google Maps, I swear to God. So I just got to the city. I was just gonna say fuck it and walk, but I just got off the phone with my dad and he's like, oh, like, you should just take a cab, like, you're not gonna be happy, so I guess I have to find a cab. But I'm like, fuck. And I don't want to be late to this movie, like, hailing a cab, but you know, we're here, we made it. The city is so fucking cool. I really do love it here. And I'm very much happy to be here, to have arrived. So, here we go. Okay, so I just took a cab to Union Square. So I'm here now. The craziest fucking thing just happened to me when I got out of the car. So basically, I have like a $20 in my back pocket. I just decided to put it there for some reason. I don't know what it was. I was just called to do that. That's just usually what happens when I get ready. And when I get out of the cab, that shit flies out of my pocket onto the floor. And then when I'm getting out of the cab, I like hear like a honking behind me, and I'm like, was that directed at me? And then I turn around and this guy is pointing out my $20 on the floor. And I'm just like, this man on this bike is like the kindest person in the fucking world. Especially because this is like the city. Like, how did he not take my $20? Like that is like a genuinely good soul. Like, for real. So, I just thought that was crazy. I probably should have just given him my $20 because like that is just really, really kind behavior. Like, so I'm sending that man like the best energy in the world, and I hope everyone else that watches this will too. So it's like 7:45 right now, and I'm at the Strand bookstore. I don't know if they like changed locations. I originally remember it being like right next door to that movie theater, but I don't know, I really want to just enjoy it, so that's it for the vlog, right now at least. Okay, so I just got to the movie theater. It's like at 8 o'clock, and I'm just like so curious as to how this is gonna go. I've never really been to anything like this before, but I'm so excited.
Of the information out there about her is in relation to Chevy. And I think in the story it very much aligns with that. It's like, what role was she playing in Chevy's life at the time? And so I really wanted to focus on their relationship, and then also make sure that she was portrayed as her own person. And you know, the running joke in the movie is, oh, Jackie's, you know, gonna fall into another sketch, or if we're not careful, Jackie's gonna be hosting the show soon. But I really, in my research on Jackie, she really did have a lot of aspirations. She wrote with Chevy, and she did films of her own, so I also really wanted to make sure I was creating a very three-dimensional character and not just an accessory. I'm very sensitive to women being accessories to men in life and in film and TV, so I really wanted to make sure that she stood on her own as well.
Confidence too, one of my favorite things. Like, Jason would work off of little mantras and stuff all the time with me, and sometimes he'd come up to me in scene and just go, he doesn't give a fuck. You know, I'd be like, right, he doesn't give a fuck. You know, or he'd come up to me and go, he has a gun.
Michelangelo in the A Major Sonata, K322, by Domenico Scarlatti. I hope you've enjoyed it.
So that was a pretty amazing experience. It was so cool, like seeing the cast talk about the movie right after. It kind of elevated the whole experience. And generally speaking, I really liked the movie. And like lately I have been trying to be more critical so that I'm not just like loving everything I'm being fed or whatever, but I really liked that movie a lot. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well paced. There was certain things that were a little bit like, I feel like certain characters like didn't have a full arc or anything, but were kind of just included. But like, generally speaking, I feel like a lot of the choices of that movie made sense for what they were trying to convey. And I don't have a lot of like negatives. I feel like it was really well done, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I got very into it, and I took some notes too. So maybe I'll do like a separate review or something. And then I got a little bit of footage from the Q&A, so I'll include that in here. Unfortunately, I missed my train, so I'm gonna be here for like another 45 minutes, but you know what, it's okay, because it was all around still a really great night, so. Okay, so I just arrived home. I literally had such a great day. It was just like nice taking myself on a little self date. I feel like it was what I needed. I felt like I did a bunch of fun stuff. And I'm glad that I just decided to do this and I vlogged it. So thank you for watching. And I think I'm going to be reviewing the film too in a separate video. So stay tuned for that.